Hello friends, welcome to the Trading Temple channel. Today we're going to analyze the Avalanche chart to see whether Avalanche is likely to go up in the short term, or if the probability of it going up is higher, or if the probability of it going down is higher. Everything you see on this chart shows that Avalanche has been in a very strong range for almost 215 days now and hasn't been able to break out upwards. The lowest level of this range is around $14, and the highest price in this range is close to $27. And now, fortunately, the Avalanche coin is near the top of this range, and the likelihood of an upward breakout is higher. And Avalanche's performance in the past few weeks has been better than other altcoins, because when I was looking at other altcoins just now, most of them are more or less in these same areas. Meaning if Avalanche were to perform like the others, it should be around $80. For example, like the ICP coin, which you can see is currently at the bottom of its range. And according to the comprehensive data I meticulously gathered, Avalanche currently exhibits an almost perfect triple bottom formation here, alongside a clearly defined ascending triangle pattern. This particular ascending triangle, which is a significant bullish indicator, could visually manifest itself in this manner. You would carefully take this specific section, extending from its absolute top to its very bottom, and then precisely draw a distinct trend line. This newly drawn trend line, as you can clearly observe in the accompanying visual image, is positioned significantly above the established resistance level. By following this straightforward and effective method, you can quite easily and accurately determine Avalanche's subsequent price target. What exactly does that truly mean? It means that you typically take the absolute lowest level where the trend line has consistently touched, and the very highest price that has been at this particular resistance point, which basically looks something like this. You take the very top point here and then gently drag it downwards, and when a significant breakout event actually happens, the price can potentially go up to around a substantial $35, which precisely matches exactly with what we clearly have here, which is commonly called a strong resistance level. And this is the part where, if you notice, there's a gap here in the price, and almost 80 or 90% of the time, these gaps need to be filled. And when the price reaches that area, in my opinion, there's a chance that, for example, the price comes here. The price might have a strong backtest down to this area. It depends on the market. It depends on how strong the market is at that time, first of all, to reach $35. If the market can indeed go up to this specific area, and if it demonstrates significant strength, the price might very well form a classic bull flag pattern right here, subsequently continuing its upward trajectory. Conversely, if the market begins to show signs of weakness, it could potentially come down and perform a crucial backtest on this established range. If we want to accurately find its next potential target, we can confidently say that this particular situation represents a very significant and extended long-term range. If we meticulously measure from the absolute highest point of this established range to its very lowest point, and if it decisively breaks out upwards from this current consolidation, it can almost certainly take us to a projected target price of approximately $50 to $55 or even $56, which would be a substantial move. And this is the midterm target. The short-term target, as I mentioned, is $35, and the long-term target could be $50. But if the price breaks out from here, it will most likely also test the next target. What's important, first of all, is that it shouldn't break this trend line that I've drawn here. If this breaks here, if this trend line breaks and it goes down and loses these supports in this area, meaning around $23, you could say, first of all, it will drop down to this area, $20, and things will get a bit complicated for it. If I clear these on the RSI now, you can clearly see that, first of all, it has held itself well at the 40 level, which means it's showing bullish momentum. When the price goes up and the RSI rises to the overbought areas, meaning it goes up to around 80 and then comes back down, if it can hold itself at the 40 level, it still means it's in bullish momentum, and it might go up again in the next round. If we look at the weekly time frame as well, one of the tough things happening is that it's struggling with this trend line. If it manages to break this trend line and move up, the price could explode, and this breakout could coincide with breaking through this resistance we've drawn here, which is around $27. This trend line will also break, but it has a very tough challenge ahead because all of its weekly moving averages are also in this area. This green line is the 50-week moving average. This blue line is the 100-week moving average. So overall, it's facing a very tough situation in this area, but there's a possibility it could move up. Because right now, as I mentioned before, Bitcoin is also sitting on a very strong support level, and Bitcoin is also struggling with its 100-day moving average. If Bitcoin holds this level and makes another leg up, it will most likely be able to reach $50 or $60 first. And remember that trading is never 100% certain. Everything is based on probability, and we have to wait and see what happens. For now, it is still above these daily moving averages and has performed very well compared to other coins in the past few weeks. There are some coins that are also in this range, but for example, they've been ranging for 900 days without any movement. But for now, it's only been 200 days. That was today's video about analyzing this coin. And don't forget that I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Until the next video, goodbye.